Redheads make up only about 2% of the world's population, but they have spawned an impressive body of folklore. They're temperamental, they're tied to the devil, they're witches, and they turn into vampires when they die. Allegedly. As far as we know, none of these tales about the rarest hair color in the world are true. But redheads certainly occupy a unique place in human history. Here are 12 strange facts about redheads you never knew. Number 1. Non-redheads can have a redheaded child. Red hair is a recessive trait that's inherited. That means both parents must have this gene variant in order to contribute it to their offspring. But here's the important part. Those parents don't necessarily have to have red hair themselves to have ginger offspring. Number 2. Red hair and blue eyes are the rarest combination. The combination of red hair and blue eyes is indeed considered rare. Both traits are determined by genetics and are the result of specific variations in genes that control hair color and eye color. Red hair is caused by a variant of the MC1R gene, while blue eyes are linked to variations in other genes. The rarity of this combination arises from the fact that both traits are recessive, meaning that they are less common in the general population. It's estimated that only a small percentage of people have this striking combination, making it quite special and unique. Number 3. Redheads are not going extinct. Red may be the rarest hair color in the world, but the world is big, and redheads are here to stay. While they make up about 2% of the population, that means 158 million gingers are walking the earth. Fun fact, the highest concentration of redheads, at 10%, is in Ireland. But just because they are rare, doesn't mean these genes are being diluted. Number 4. Redheads have a higher risk for skin cancer. There's no question that red-haired individuals are at a much higher risk for skin cancer than brown-haired individuals. Confirms Gregory Papadakis, DO, a Denver-based dermatologist and past president of the Colorado Dermatologic Society. This includes melanoma, cancer that starts in the cells that produce melanin and potentially the most serious of skin cancers. Number 5. Redheads have a higher rate of gynecological cancers. Female redheads have a higher risk of gynecological cancers, such as cervical, uterine, and ovarian cancer. The authors of the study speculated that the increased risk was related to being exposed to higher levels of estrogen before birth. Number 6. Redheads may age faster. A 2016 study in Current Biology found that people who had 2 copies of the MC1R gene, which confers red hair, appeared as many as 2 years older than people who did not hold both copies. According to the authors, this was about the same as the effect of smoking on perceived age. Number 7. Redheads have a higher pain threshold. Several studies have found that women with red hair have a higher pain threshold. The pain threshold is the limit from where you don't feel anything to where you just start to feel pain. Number 8. Redheads may require more anesthesia. While studies suggest that the general pain tolerance of redheads may be higher, it also suggests that redheads experience pain differently and may even have different pain management requirements. The link between red hair and anesthesia is still being studied, but there is both research and anecdotal evidence to support the idea that redheads require more anesthetic to be sedated. According to a small study published in the journal Anesthesiology, women with red hair required up to 20% more anesthesia to keep them sedated than women with dark hair. Number 9. Redheads produce more vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for bone health and is synthesized when you're exposed to ultraviolet B, UVB, rays from the sun. One 2020 study in experimental dermatology found higher levels of a precursor to vitamin D, calcidiol, in redheads, suggesting that gingers could produce more of the vitamin than people with other hair colors. The level of calcidiol also corresponded to how red the hair was. Number 10. Redheads are perceived as more temperamental. There have been studies on the perceived personality and attractiveness of redheads. One group of researchers instructed the same woman to sit in different nightclubs with hair dyed either blonde, brunette, or red. This study found that the redhead was rated as the least shy, the most temperamental, and the most sexually promiscuous of all hair colors. Brunettes were considered more approachable, while blondes were perceived as more needy. Number 11. Redheads may have more children. Redheads may have more children, despite having more fertility problems. This could be explained by any number of factors, none of them conclusive. Redheads seem to start having children earlier in life. Number 12. Redheads may have more sex. Some research has shown that women with red hair are more sexually active, but experts question whether it's due to their suitors. A 2022 study published in Frontiers in Psychology looked at 110 women, 34% of whom were redheads, and found that redheaded women scored higher on measures of sexual desire and reported more sexual activity and more sexual partners. They also became sexually active earlier than people with other hair colors. This is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.